Hey everybody, I'm Sam.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Will, and we are
Working Title. It's over. We're back
Yes, we are.
from the holidays.
Yes, we are.
Woo!
for the season finale of Jujutsu Kaisen,
Yes.
Season 1, Episode 24, Accomplices.
Accomplices.
Part 3? Oh no, just Accomplices.
Yep.
Happy holidays.
Guys, last on, we had Fushiguro defeats the same curse from before.
Yeah.
Mr. Domain Expansion himself, Chimera Shadow Garden. And
It's Birdie.
It was not complete though.
it wasn't a complete domain,
Yeah.
but it was pretty
It was
sick.
pretty epic.
Rough draft.
Yeah.
And he won.
Yeah, he
and
did.
got to his finger. And our stripper friend and
Oh, yeah.
the mouth monster man.
Don't look at it, please.
They're about to fight Kugisaki and Itadori.
Yes.
Is NOBARA not there?
That's Kugisaki. That's her name.
Oh.
Her first name's Kugisaki. We just always go with like the last names because they say the last name first.
So much
Yeah, isn't-
easier.
Yuji Itadori?
Yuji's his first name.
Yeah, Yuji Itadori.
Yeah. We always call him Itadori.
Itadori.
Fushiguro Megumi. His first name's Megumi.
Megumi.
We call him Fushiguro.
So
You
much
know.
easier that way. But, guys, if you like this show, make sure you leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content. Leave a comment down below what you thought when you watched the finale. Check out some of the shows that we have available. We also have Full Metal we're running through, Vinland Saga. We're going to be starting up Boba Fett, as well as Witcher, which are going to be coming out soon. So check those out, because Squid Games is done. Keep a eye out. I don't know if that's a spoiler. I think this will be coming out by the time you see that post. So we're out here.
And this is not a market substitute. Go on whatever anime streaming service you prefer. Come back to YouTube and watch our reaction. All right? Love you guys. Punch it. Bah!
Infinite domain stance.
Ugh.
Dude, he does look like a ghoul, man.
Yeah, he does.
Oh!
Kind of cool looking, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. The real bloodbender.
Can you go any faster?
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn. Oh, get her out of there.
Huh.
So, yeah,
That's
she
awesome.
starts like beaming
Yeah.
nails.
Whoa, what just...
Whoa!
Sorry, when did he run fast?
Remember,
Oh yeah, he's the best
world
athlete in the world.
Yeah.
record breaker. Damn.
Yeah, it makes no sense,
Yeah,
but we're
makes
here
it
for it.
crazy.
Overpowered Itadori.
I mean, even she was surprised by it, so.
He's just a demigod.
Whoa! We're just.
Oh, shit. Oh, it was his back, though.
This looks like where Fushiguro fought. Gojo fought.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh, dude.
Oh,
What's up with everybody bleeding?
Oh!
that's foul. Oh!
Oh, she's burning. She's pissed.
Can she not control that arm now?
Technique.
Rot
Decay.
Oh,
Alright,
no.
shiggy diggy.
Oh!
Whoa.
Nice tats. Whoa. That's actually really cool.
That was very cool.
That was like roses?
Yeah.
私たち兄弟どちらかの血を取り込み、私たち兄弟どちらかが術式を発動すれば、侵入箇所から負傷が始まります。
Gosh.
そちらの少年は持って15分。
Oh, shit.
No.
さんの方は10分
Oh.
が限界でしょう。朝には骨しか残りませんよ。
Huh. That's disgusting.
術式ってことは実際はもっと早く死ぬな。さて、どうします
Kill you, I guess.
兄さん。
Fushi's gotta do something. He passed out, right?
呪霊の子をはらむ得意体質の娘がいた。身に覚えのない会議
Whoa,
に
what?
始まり、親類縁者からの風当たりは常軌を逸し、彼女はこの亡骸を抱え、ある
Oh, is that why
呪
these
術
like
に
cursed
入り
wombs
込んだ
siblings or
Oh.
whatever they are?
その時点で彼女の運は尽き、家紋の利とし、多くの呪術文化財とともに史上最悪の術師として名を残す御三家の王
Oh, that's the same. The Bloodbenders family.
They said Noritoshi or something. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, the Kamo family.
Oh.
Oh my god.
その後彼女がどうなってしまったのか一切の記録は破棄さ
Oh,
れている
that's
so
awful.
gross.
受体育ソーズ1番から3番
1 through 3.
特急に分類されるほどの呪物その呪力の起源は母の恨みかそれとも
I really forgot how weird this show is sometimes.
50年お互いの存在だけを頼りに封印を保ってきた
So there's a third brother.
Well.
大丈夫都合がいいただそれだけのことだ
I like this guy.
いいか弟のジュエソーはケチズのため
Yuso.
ケチズは俺のために俺はエソーのために生きる
Nice.
俺たちは三人
Was that
一つだ
part of this or
It was
the
a cursed
TV?
spirit.
Just the TV, I think.
It's like a motherboard algorithm thing.
The demons just come
Yeah.
out of the TV and start killing us.
Oh shit. The
Curses.
ring.
当たれば勝ちの術式強いなお前らでも残念私との相性最悪だよ
Nice.
スレー地方
Oh. Oh.
痛いのは嫌だろ
Oh, she's crazy.
Yeah.
さっさと泣きながら術式解けよ
Oh god.
呪詛返しの術式我慢比べこちらの術式を解かねばこれが続くというわけか
Oh my gosh.
数霊呪法ともなり対象から欠損した一部に人型を通して呪力を持ち込むことで対象
I
forgot she did that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a horrible matchup for them.
対象との
It's perfect for our main cast.
Yeah.
効果が変わる血液は数霊呪法において決して価値は高くないでも友なりは対象とのつながりをたどる
Nice. So they could. She became like the strong.
Yep.
Yeah.
For him.
食ラウ武術の術式
It's both of them.
強くつながっている
Both of the people?
Yeah, because he was in pain too.
Okay.
She says, and I'm surprised I worked on the younger brother too. She didn't know.
友なりぶち込んでやれ
なかなかに強烈だ
Yeah.
何度やっても私たちの命には届かない我慢さえしていればいずれ死ぬのはあなた方しかも Q の発動中は痛みと
Oh boy, something's gonna happen to him.
Nice. Oh, Black
な
Flash.
ぜそこまで動ける
What?
He punched himself. Oh,
she
never
did it
mind.
again.
Oh, look at that.
Boosh!
Look
Go
at that.
supersonic.
呪いの両面少なの器
And deadly poisons.
あらゆる毒に耐性がある
Oh.
結果
That's
Oh,
true.
Yeah, because he was fighting against him.
私たちの術式はあくまで分
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I don't like. Why do we have to show this again?
Oh.
その果てに毒はだが痛みだけじゃ
Nice.
虎杖裕二は
What's the move called? Black something?
Black Flash.
Black Flash. Damn, look at the animation there. His face looks good. Ouch.
Oh,
I'm digging this.
瀕死の女により瀕死の弟を当てるかいつでも動きを止められるとでも
Dude, they're not even. They didn't even talk to each other. That's awesome.
術式を解くか否かこのままでは弟を助けに行けない
Your brother's gonna die.
瀕死を渡せない
Wing King?
今のあの女に弟を殺すだけの余力があるか
probably.
女に妨害絶対に術式は解かない
Oh.
俺たちは三人で一つだ
He
Released it.
Let's go. Damn.
Damn. Oh! Oh my god!
Whoa! Symbiote! Ah!
Yeah, no cap.
It's carnage.
Yeah.
Run!
Man, Now we know they spent the rest of the budget on
I was
this.
gonna
Yeah,
say, what is
exactly.
up with this episode being all good looking like
Yeah.
this? It's crazy.
Do it.
Whoa, I like this dude though. This guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
I like this combo. 3 brothers.
Yeah.
Nice. Come on. Black Flash. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh.
お
Oh, wow, his back is disgusting.
Oh.
Aw.
I know, why do I feel
Younger
bad?
brother.
I feel bad.
Elder.
まだ
Dude.
こっちは見せてない
Oh god, what's she about to do?
Oh.
Shite, man.
差し
Hairpin? Yo, Nobara's badass!
She became like psycho this episode.
Yeah.
心配しなくても
Oh my god. Oh my god, she's crazy. I love it.
俺たちは3人で一つだ。
Where's this guy?
ごめん兄さん、私がついていながら。
こいつなんで消えないまだ生きて違う呪霊じゃない
What is
それ
it?
があるんだ
Oh my god. Oh.
That was close.
スピードを上げろ。ブレーキを踏めば殺す。お前のこいつを。分かったな。
Crazy man. Okay.
What is it? Yes, please tell me she's do it. Yes, the
Oh.
arm. That's it.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
幽霊呪法
Dead.
Resonance.
Oh.
国戦を決めると術師は一時的にアスリートでいう
The
ゾー
zone.
ンが入った状態に
He is in the zone. Holy shit. Oh my god.
That's some All Might shit right
Yeah.
there.
It is.
Oh. This music though.
Yeah, it's very good.
Damn, he destroyed that road. Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, they were really crying for each other.
Life.
ゲート株券
Of
どうし
course.
たじゃあさ早く
His brother's died.
駒壊すなよ
弟が死んだ。
そういうのわかるんだ
どういうことだ。受肉体ならまだしも、二人が指一本分の呪霊にやられるとは思う。
待ってね虎杖裕二とその一派だ
Who reported that?
Oh,
So fucking
I
creepy,
hate
dude.
that freaking dude.
おかけになった電話は電源が入っていないためおつなぎします。
How about her?
Worst like chaperone
Ever.
ever. Like
Ever.
these guys could have been dead, and she's just like,
あ
man,
あ
where
な
are
ん
they?
でそれシラフか
Sober.
なんでもじもじしてんのよキモいわよ
初めてなんじゃねえかと思って払ったんじゃなくて殺したの
Mm.
あんたは
俺は前に一度いやあれを一度っていうのはずるか3人だ
私よりあんたの方が大丈夫じゃないでしょ
What 3 people did he kill?
私はぶっちゃけ
The
なんともない
little minions
Yeah.
Mahito threat.
Oh, right,
Well,
right. Yeah.
シロじゃないけどさ結局助けられる人間なんて限りがあんのよ
That's
Facts.
fair.
私の人生の席っていうかそこに座ってない人間に私の心をどうこうされたくないよね
Okay.
冷たい
A little bit.
あんたみたいに自分で椅子持ってきて座ってるやつも
They
いる
bring their own seats.
あいつ泣いたんだよ目の前で弟が死んで
That was sad.
そっか
Yeah.
I felt so bad when they killed the brother.
食い先が助
I hope they get to him before someone else does.
共犯ね
Aw.
私たち
Mm.
不思議よ
Oh boy.
お戻ったがよかった無事で
I got a finger.
落としてくれ頭
Right.
Wait, doesn't he have a concussion or something?
Probably. I'd imagine he has to.
なんで指のこと知ってんの
How'd you-
それ聞く余裕ある
ask about that?
ねえ俺食べようか
残飯
お前の指のキャパははっきり分かってね念を押すが食うなよ犬の
He's gonna eat
理解
it.
力だと思われてるな
Oh! You have no control. Oh! Oh! Wait.
This guy's.
Oh, damn.
君の中の少なが力を取り戻すために指
Oh, it's like a Dragon Ball radar.
Forgot about that.
しかして五条先生って適当今さら
You just now realize.
ミッドソ
ぶち切れてるわね
じゃ
I
あ
can't believe that just happened.
Yeah.
お腹すいたこの辺立派寿司あるのかな
パスシの新幹線
I hate even more than that. They're just acting like that didn't just happen right now.
いやー指の呪霊だけじゃなくて
Man, nice go, Joe. He's like, man, that's crazy, dude.
なんと例のブツの12体だったな特級相当かっこ撃破今年の1年は豊作だね僕の指導者としての腕
Yeah.
が
Yeah, it's all you,
オフ
man.
の日にはね飲み会の幹事の件でしょ
どう目星はついた
Drinking
全
party.
然私
Damn, is it really ending?
ノンアルでも構わないや
I'm a lightweight.
声かけよろしく歌姫の周りは何が効いてるかわからないからな
Oh, they were talking code.
内
Makes
通者
sense.
が学生ってのは考えたくないね
Oh,
めんどくせえ
yeah.
さてあとは頼むよメイさん
Damn.
Yeah, she's the one I was fancying. Wearing her hair normal for once.
Yeah.
Wait, was that implying she's the traitor?
No, he's paying her to, like,
Oh,
Go
oh.
figure out.
I guess. I don't know.
気づく可能性があるとすれば俺たちが新田さんくらいだと思う
How's it over already?
I know, that's-
I feel like we didn't even get halfway.
Yeah. We didn't.
八橋の自殺はいつ始まってもおかしくなかったそもそも指を飲み込んだ
That
のは
first finger to save.
俺を助けるためだ
Yep.
でもあいつはそれで納得しねえだろだから言うな
言わねえよレディの気遣いなめんな
お前のせいだ
Of course.
切り分けた俺の魂たちが大勢の人間を助けるか小僧お前がいるから人が死ぬんだよ
Oh my god.
それ伏黒に言うな自分が助けた人間が将来人を殺したらどうする言うなよ
Nice boy.
She's awesome. So is Panda.
Whoa.
Up with his
Slap
tail?
the tail. Booty slap.
He's repping.
動きにキレがないな鈍ったか
うるせえ安静にしてたらなまったんだよ
それより聞いたか一年図の
They
話
each took out a special grade.
特級相当を3体ってやつだろ
That's
えな
Uh-uh.
私ら
So pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
おお
she's going to beat the shit out of him.
手を踏まれて今なんと
全員なきパンダ
伏黒めぐみ国崎野原そして
Are we making squads right here?
I know, they're like,
以上5名を東堂葵
命名の名のもとに
yeah, they recommend them for first grade ranking.
That's lit. Oh boy.
一個でも
Yeah, I saw that coming.
殺すわよ
Sheesh.
Oh! So drop every single one of them doing that. What's that face he made? Did you see
He
Fushi?
was trying to laugh at that.
Oh.
Not hiding his laugh.
伏黒ですはいええわかりましたでは
We got a mission.
よっぽどだ
バグというだろ
Everything's a big deal.
Yeah, he says it all the time.
Alright, it's to be continued.
Damn,
It's
that's
like
it.
that. Ah, no!
Wow.
That was 23 minutes.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's so bizarre.
you were right. We didn't get the halfway thingies.
Well, he started to do the credits.
paint.
The credits.
That's
for
why
the
I heard the
episode,
music.
And then I wasn't sure why
Yeah.
I kept on going afterwards. It's quite unique. Okay. That is a wrap on JJK Season 1 and Episode 24, Accomplices. Initial first thoughts.
It was a solid first episode, or final episode, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was a solid final episode. You know, I you know what's one thing I've noticed? I feel like a lot of the shows that we've watched on the channel, when it comes to anime at least, they don't know, other than like Attack on Titan, they don't really have like these like super wild endings all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's like everything wild will happen, like the arc leading up to it, and then the last episode's just kind of like, meh.
Yeah, calm
Everybody's-
itself down.
Like, it's a little tie-in here and there of like, oh, you know, these guys got promoted, Gojo's still trying to figure out what's going on, but like we don't even get, we know the bad guy's like ultimate objective or ultimate plan on to seal Gojo on Halloween, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nothing for this episode like added to that, so it's just kind of like
Yeah.
just a chill end to what we've had so far.
Yeah, I think
But
it's
I-
just like a
I
wrap
enjoyed
up
it.
to
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
we've had. Yeah, I agree. The finale was definitely odd, but I liked it. It was like I think I was saying this when we started the Fushiguro arc is what I guess we can call these, or I guess we can call it the Cursed Womb arc that we just dealt with the past 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Where it felt like we got like this brother and his like sibling got like the template for what I guess in your typical like shonen, or maybe just your typical story overall, what the bad guys would have been, and they just replaced them with like smaller characters. So it was cool and odd at the same time because the visuals and the music and the fighting was really cool this episode. But it was bizarre to see it happen to like not a nobody villain, but like somebody we just got introduced to.
Yeah.
Where like the scene that like makes the most sense for me mentally to explain this is like when everything is getting epic. Itadori and NOBARA are using their ultimates on to finish off the blue guy and then ultimately crush down on the second brother. And the music was very beautiful and it was all like slow-mo, like you were saying, expensive shots. And in my mind I was like, shouldn't this have been like Mojito or somebody like we've been with the whole first season?
Mm-hmm.
And it's odd, but it's not unusual for the show. I feel like the show kind of, and I think I've been struggling to get my mind around it, but I've now like come to terms with like the show. I guess what people might like about it is it doesn't follow the standard format of storytelling. Like it kind of
it subverts your expectations a little bit.
it
and,
does.
like, what is going to occur.
Yeah, it also seems like it might be intentional to be almost a meme of typical anime. Like, do you get this feeling like sometimes the show likes to meme formats of other anime where it's like, oh, you thought we were going to do this typical thing you would see at other shows? No, we're not. We're going to do something else. Something else for the fun of throwing you off.
Yeah. I don't know if they're doing it for, like, the meme of it, but, like, it does seem like they are going out of their way to do things a little bit different than other shows.
Yeah, I just meant meme in the sense of, like, you got characters like Gojo who, like, are almost fourth wall breaking sometimes just to, like, give little pokey or even, like, the Rasengan kind of things. Like, things that it's obviously addressing.
I've never seen that before in an
It's
anime.
obviously addressing, like, the greater fan base at large.
Yeah.
But I think it was fun. I like that.
Yeah, it was a solid show.
What about you?
I really enjoyed it. I was gonna say right off the bat that I love the fighting, and then you brought up the point. Like, I almost want to say, what was the point of us being introduced to those 3 brothers? Just to end the season? And I already have questions about the older brother, who we don't even know his name, do we?
No, they said his name.
They do?
They said
Okay.
all there. When they were
Why
like,
now just get introduced to him?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, even more interesting, he's like sitting with like the big boy club. He's at the table with
Yeah.
Mojito and Gato.
He's with the mob bosses.
Yeah, I mean, he seemed like he was the older brother, like in charge of the two
Mhm.
younger. So
And I thought the dude that Fushi fought and killed, I thought he was one of their brothers. He was
No.
just a random.
no, that was that.
I know he's from the
all had to
beginning.
do with Sukuna.
Yeah.
That-
Oh.
That was residual power left
Okay.
over from the first encounter.
Okay.
I think is what they were saying.
I was confused. It's been a while since
Yeah.
we've watched this.
Yeah, no, that all had to do with Sukuna, what Fushiguro fought. These guys are
Okay.
all, you know, they're like, I'm honestly confused as to what exactly they are, but
It seemed like they were a hybrid of like real humans mixed with real curses.
Yeah.
The ghouls.
Like the first time you have a actual curse that lives and isn't like sentient and feels pain, like how they explained it with Mojito when they were Nanami and Itadori were fighting is like once Gato touched people, or was it
Mojito.
Mojito touched people, like they became rendered dead, but the curse still lived on. Where this looked like there was still a living body merged with a curse because they were born, I think, a curse.
Yes.
yeah,
The mother's resentment is what
yeah, they
made them grow. That was actually pretty fucking cool, though.
Yeah, I mean, we can get into that part just because we're here now. But they said that the girl,
How many years ago?
they said over 150 years.
That's so
But
cool.
she had like a ability where she gave birth to curses,
Yeah.
and then she Kamo Noritoshi, which is funny because it's the same name as the blood bending dude.
I got it.
But I guess they're part of the same family, which makes sense because these guys, all these curses have like the blood power. So whatever, they're somehow related. But talked about like how they were like trying to use her and then like aborted her kids and essentially killed her, and then the three that were left over like were sealed away and just kind of like lived on as like
festered and grew.
like festered into like monsters that now but they're literally like mini Sukunas. Like they fed one to, you know, a human and then they grew into like what they are supposed to be. I don't know. So
And I like that the second oldest brothers, knowing all that about how he was created, said he doesn't hold a grudge against humans or curses.
the beginning of this episode, we had the fight.
The big blood web.
The big blood web. Itadori showing off his physical prowess.
Mach speed.
And they get attacked with the rot decay technique with the middle brother. I don't remember their name. It was like
Stripper dude.
It says it right there. Esso and Kechizu. Esso's the stripper dude.
Kichizu,
Kechizu is Two-Face.
Yeah.
Gross.
But yeah, so they were going to rot away, and Nobara figured out a way to get them to stop. And Itadori was like not affected by the poison at all.
Yeah.
So he's just like, F it, I'm going to town. And that animation, sorry, I didn't make it. That animation was sick.
It was awesome.
That whole fight was
Mm-hmm.
really good.
You started saying that when it showed like the 3D tile effect when Itadori was sliding down the wall. I thought that was crazy.
Well, the first like 3D shot I recognized was Itadori punching the Kechizu guy on the road. Something just fell.
It was the stocking.
What's funny that they ended up saying that they're like somewhat related to our guy Noritoshi is that I was thinking before they even said it, I was like, that's weird. 2 blood abilities. I thought it was like an exclusive thing just for this guy's family or whatever. So
turns out they're related.
Yeah, so that's wild. I wonder if they'll like have some connection later on going into the next season. Now that we still got the oldest brother and you know our bloodbender on our side, still around. It seems like there's a lot of. Like, I wonder how much the family, those, like, 3 big families will play into the show, like, as going forward. Because we talk about them all the time since meeting all these all the students, and the majority of our students have a relationship. It's Noritoshi.
Yeah, or Kamo. Kamo's their family name.
Yeah, them, Megumi, the 2 sisters. So there's a good portion of our cast already that are associated with these families at large. And there's a lot of hints that there's something going on. like with all of them, even like Gojo showed up back in Megumi's flashback from an early age, seeming to like trying to like sway his life in one way or another.
Well, like
just so much I'm trying to, and even Itadori like has family stuff behind the scenes that they're just not showing. I'm just like, what is this about? I want to know why this is important.
The only thing that I can like really figure out from the season so far is that back when Gojo first like interacted with the principal that wants to kill Itadori, and when he was talking to Principal Yago, the other one, the puppet master, they Gojo had said that like it's time for like our world to change. Like all you old people, like all the families, you guys all like behave on this like dogma of old, and it's like people are getting like we're getting stronger curses and we're getting stronger students. Like we need to do things a little bit differently. So I feel like that's probably where it's going to come to play, because clearly there's like, you know, you have like the leaders of these clans wanting certain people to be in charge of them. You know, certain people trying to make sure that like we're doing things a certain way, like by keeping Sukuna dead. So like, I feel like it's gonna end up being one of those things where it's like we're gonna have like the bad guys conspiring, the good guys, those in charge conspiring to like against like our crew that are trying to do things a little bit different, and then it's like Gojo trying to be like, no, we're gonna beat them all and like do our own thing. So I don't know. I mean, like that's just kind of like me shoehorning a theory out there, but
yeah, I mean the episode, not a lot happened in the episode overall. We spent very quick time talking about Eso and Kajizo and their older brother and how they came to be, which is what we kind of already talked about. And that's just, I think that's just one of the things where we have to accept the show, because there's a lot of new info that always comes out with these characters. So we'll probably get to learn more about that through the oldest brother, maybe, as we go forward, because the kids were very like shocked that the body didn't disappear after they killed the first brother. Which did the three little bodies that Itadori killed, did they disappear when he killed him, or like slashed him?
Saw.
Yeah.
Okay, because I couldn't remember.
We never saw. It was off. Well, no. Remember when Nanami and him were outside when they were investigating the theater murders, and they ran into the very, very first one before we like really encountered Mahito.
The students in the theater.
Yeah,
they were still there, right?
Yeah. Well, but what I'm saying is after that, when they were outside in the rain, I remember they fought that one that looked like a dog human zombie mix.
Yeah.
They had killed it, and then they took it back to the lab, and they're like, so it's a mutated human body, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, so like, they've seen something, not the same, but they've seen something different. Whereas, like, you know, every other curse that they've done, they punch it, and it's like, and then it turns into, like, the little letters that fly away everywhere. So, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, Itadori's experienced something like this before, but the rest of them haven't.
Yeah.
But even after, when they were in the woods talking as they were walking away, they were like, well, we don't know if it was some type of weird new curse spirit or if it was a curse user. Like, they didn't know if they were, like, human or not, so. Yeah. So they talked in the woods on their way home, or back to Fushiguro, rather, and, talked about killing, you know, if they've ever have had it happen, or, like, you know, if Nobara's killed anyone that's not a curse or something, so.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that.
I just thought of the hand eating the finger upside out.
Well, before we get there, it's nice to know that Itadori has, like, I mean, we know he has a heart. He's a good kid, but
there's a Naruto character neither of you have seen who has shit like that.
But he, you know, he like actually cares. Like, I don't think there's ever going to be a time where Itadori kills someone that has some type of resembles anything of humanity. You know what I mean? Like those cursed spirit user special grades, whatever. Like, they were evil and twisted, but they still had some human aspect. Like one cried. Yeah. I mean, they both cried for each other. Yeah. So like that's still gonna affect Itadori, which is like really sweet. Yeah. I appreciate that about him.
One shouted out younger brother, the other one shouted out elder brother. and they're both crying or dead with tears in their eyes. So yeah, Itadori's got a good heart. It's a theme they keep bringing up in the show too. Like they even brought up Fushi, because Fushiguro talks about that quite a lot, about how much space he has in his heart to save people. And I think when we first met him, he was a little more greedy, like not really caring about who he saves, and then Itadori kind of changed that for him for some reason.
Yeah.
And then he felt even more open to like saving later in the show, I think.
Yeah.
So then we have, back. Oh yeah, the Sukuna hand, which is just so funny. I completely forgot that was like an aspect. I forgot that Sukuna is even in him.
Yeah. We haven't seen him in fucking forever.
And it acts like a radar, so when he got the finger close, Sukuna just like awoke it. just ate it.
Yeah, like a fucking Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
Like, food.
I thought that's where the show was about to head. I thought we were about to fight Sukuna right there.
Well, I thought
It's coming out.
Well, that's what I was saying. Especially
That's
his
why we
whole
got
face,
so excited.
His whole face got the tattoos. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, are we about to get the whatever his his safe word is?
Yeah.
There's like,
Yeah.
where he's like
Packed.
and then just like pops out. I forget. Extension, was that it?
I thought it was
Yeah,
expansion.
I think it's extension.
It's something like that. Yeah. But I just thought it was funny because then he just ate it and he's like, yeah, see ya, guys.
Just
back to hibernation.
yeah.
Thanks for the extra thing.
But maybe Itadori's like stronger now, because it seemed like every time he ate a finger, like the first time he ate a finger, Sukuna popped out and then he was able to control him.
Yeah.
And then Sukuna ate the second finger, he was like, and then Itadori put him to sleep. And then when he ate the third one, he couldn't get him. Itadori was unconscious.
With his
And
fucking
then,
heart out.
But now he ate another, and it's like he started to come out, and then it was just like, me.
Yeah,
I ate
I was
it.
gonna say maybe he just doesn't want to come out. Maybe
Right.
he's just like,
Is it the pact, you think?
No, I think
What do you mean, the pact?
That he made with Itadori.
no. He has to say.
No,
words
he has to
come
say a
out.
word and come out.
I think it was just what they were saying. I think it was the radar just triggered a reaction, and he was about to wake up. Like the pact was a like, hey, this is a set term for when I can come out outside of when I normally try to force myself out. I think he can still attempt to force himself.
No, the only rule is that when he says the word, he can come out without you doing anything for 60 seconds.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
But he can still fight to come out and be like, just like he did at the end of the episode. Where he's like, man,
It was your fault.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
You little shit. And then, then that's how it goes.
Yeah, the pact is more like during this period, you don't have any rules over me. I think that's pretty much what it is. Not to say that he can't come out at any time or talk to them. It's funny that has he really even like Sukuna talked to anyone in the class, or does he really just talk? He's only really talked to Fushi and Itadori, hasn't he? Has he talked to Gojo?
Gojo.
Okay,
Like,
Gojo.
and that was the one thing that was weird about that. Was like, because they just kind of, I guess sometimes. I'm sorry. The one thing that I think is weird about this show is that they do things as like it's normal, and then they don't touch it for like 5 episodes, 8 episodes, and then they like reintroduce it again. For example, in the beginning of this show, Sukuna popped out all the time. Not like full form, like, hello, I'm Sukuna, but he would pop out and be like, you're a little shit. Gojo, I'm gonna kill you next time I see you. Hey, Itadori,
You're a bitch.
You're a bitch. Like, he would do that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it happened, like, multiple times within the first, like, 8, 9 episodes.
building
But then
up.
once the Mojito arc happened, it's like, we saw him, like, a lot because he interacted with Mojito and was like, I'm not helping you, Itadori. Haha. And then it's like, don't touch me. And then we didn't see him literally up until last episode.
Yeah.
So, I guess it's just, like, more... I don't know. Like, I just don't know if it's like how common it is, or it's just like it's just trying to like maybe they just
build
can't
something up.
They can't fit him into the story as often as like maybe we would like. You know what I mean?
True. And then Gojo has a mission. He's trying to figure out. He doesn't want to have to deal with it, but there is a spy amongst the students.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm curious if it's. I want. Well, what do you guys think? Do you think that there is? Because they don't know who's behind the curse. Like, they don't know Ghetto's involved. They just know it's a cursed spirit. So do you think that the person they're looking for is Ghetto? Or do you... I mean, I'm sure Gojo and them don't know. For all they know, it could literally be Toto. But,
true.
like, do you think there is another person? Or we're just, like, looking for Ghetto? Like, we as the audience know it's Ghetto. They just don't know that.
I think it might be Ghetto. because we see Gato, like, he shows up all the time, but, like, no one addresses him. So I wonder if it's, like, this thing that maybe it's a student they thought was dead, who is still out there and alive and still has, like, info to, like, the school login type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it seems like there was some event with Todo back then where they fought, and supposedly Todo won. So, but I don't know. We just see Gato so much that I feel like it could be one of those things where it's like, we, the audience, know who the bad guy is, and we're just watching the main characters try to figure it out. Because that's what it's funny that you bring it up, because I was wondering about that during the whole arc with Hanami, when Hanami was attacking the school, and they were all like, we have to figure out how all this is happening, and then they would always just go to, like, we'd always have, like, moments with Gato, and no one ever addresses the fact that there's this dude who used to be a student who's just hanging around. And I was just like, is this supposed to be, like, this is the answer? Kind of like when we watch Full Metal, and we know that Envy is the one doing everything, but all the characters for, like, 13 episodes are trying to figure out who it is. And I'm like, am I supposed to think there's more people? Or is it just that the answer is Envy? Mm-hmm. That Envy's doing all this stuff the whole time. And I think it's that kind of thing.
Well, I'm with you 100%. And the only thing that makes me feel different just because of this episode, and, you know, you said it, when they're playing Monopoly or whatever the fuck they're doing.
It's the info
and
thing.
He says, oh yeah, I just got a report.
Yeah.
That's the only thing where I'm like, well, where are you getting that information
from? Right.
Like, who's feeding it to you? Plus, we also have that monk girl, androgynous person. That, like,
they have all these random characters.
Yeah. I mean, they just keep
popping up.
They're adding more to the villain cast, but I just don't know. I was just curious what you guys thought. If it's just Ghetto, if there's more to it, we don't know.
What's hard for me with the show is there's a lot of like little new things added in all the time, and then not explained. And I'm just like the person who showed up with the pink tats right here showed up during the fight, and then Gojo broke through the barrier, and he was like, "Okay, bye."
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, who the shit is that?
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to understand all this other stuff, and then they drop these little guys who just disappear. Or like what we were saying at the start of the episode, the student we've never seen all season 1, and I'm starting to I feel like I'm tripping at this point.
Yeah, real quick, can we please just confirm, comment down below, or if you're in our Discord, please message us. Is there a third student that we think exists that's supposed to be as good as them, or are we just tripping? Let us know. Thank you. Anyways, continue.
Like I genuinely feel like I'm losing brain cells sometimes, because it feels like the trader. It feels like the trader arc at My Hero where they talk about it and then it never gets addressed. So I'm like, is this a thing, or am I just like delusional at this point because there's so much anime stuff on screen, or am I watching too many shows? Yeah. Like, what is it? Is it my mind decaying? I
brain rot setting in from YouTube.
Yeah.
What if it is like another student is the trader? I can't think of.
It could be. I mean, it could be Todo too. Now that you brought up Todo, it could be like one of those. I don't want to think it's Todo, and we're new to him too, so it's a bit. I mean, the show can do whatever it wants, but it could be one of those things like Todo never really defeated Gato back in the day. They established some pact. Hey, I'm gonna go this way, work from the shadows. You're gonna work with the students. Kill them all.
That'd be crazy.
And. Hey, it can work. Toto's already crazy.
Well, he's also being all buddy with Sukuna. You know what I mean? Like, or not Sukuna, Itadori.
Yeah, the wielder of it.
The vessel of Sukuna.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
He's also very delusional. He comes up with kill a second whole worlds in his mind, imagination-wise.
Yeah.
I get why it makes sense to be Ghetto, because every time he's been on the battlefield where all our characters are, he's always hiding. Yeah,
well, because he always says, "Oh, I can't let myself be seen." He said that in when Mahito did his thing with Junpei.
Well, even before that, when Lava Cake Dude fought Gojo, even then he's like, "I can't be seen."
Yeah.
I can see it being him.
Yeah.
But then, wasn't he the one who got the message?
What do you mean?
Isn't he not the one who got the text message that I just got a report?
Yeah, no, but that's what we're saying. Like, Ghetto has never interacted, not prior, but during this show of what we've seen so far in present day, he has not interacted with anyone except the curses. Yeah. And there was a thing from the flashback we saw, because the principals felt the way about him, like, oh, we failed. You know, like 5 episodes ago, they were like, oh, we failed, and they flashed Ghetto.
Yeah.
And then beforehand, it was like, oh, there's some major
Battle.
Massacre,
event
yeah.
that happened during the school exchange event. There's some like big battle where Todo, for the first time, used his special ability against somebody, and they pictured like all these like dead cursed bodies and Ghetto. So, like, Ghetto is like the orchestrator of all this.
Yes.
I just don't know if what they're saying is that there is a traitor within the school that's helping, or if it's just that it's
just
Ghetto
him.
and they just don't realize.
And
it.
they're unaware to it. I think it is that.
Well, was it not?
I feel. I don't think it's the teachers either. I initially started to think that, and then
Well, we were all sus of the old man, just
but-
because how he wanted to kill Itadori. You know, he's kind of done like a 180.
yeah, and then we came back to the realization that they all wanted Itadori dead in like the first 5 minutes of the show.
Oh, the whole higher ups did.
And then it was just the stance they had, and in reality, they're like, okay, maybe we'll just let the kid live.
Yeah.
But initially, I think I got lost in translation and thought they were like the traitors at
Did-
the time.
Did Gojo not say when he saw that text, I don't want to believe that one of the students is a traitor?
Yeah, that's
Or
what
did he
he-
say, I
yeah.
don't want to deal with this right now?
No, he said I don't want to believe that one of the
Okay.
students is a traitor. But yeah, so he's talking in code because he doesn't. That's why they were talking about a party, but I'm assuming not actually, because then he was like, we don't know who's listening, so you gotta be careful when we communicate.
Also, it's not just the villains we get introduced to characters and we don't know nothing about them. It's also some of the teachers too. Like the girl who's like the girl version of Gojo. I don't even know her name. We got introduced to her.
Yeah, and
I mean,
the
there's
Scar
so
girl.
The Scar
there's so
girl.
many characters we barely know anything about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, and now
What if it's Mekamaru?
could be he's the only one that's like
He's
not around.
never there.
And he's in the shadows.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ends with Gojo trying to figure out what's going on, and then setting up a new mission for our gang. New top secret mission, which I'm sure is going to be a meme when we come to it. It's not going to be something important.
Yes, probably.
You don't think it's the movie?
What video game do you guys want to
Could that
play
be- could-
today?
Could that be the movie?
I like low key know what the movie's about.
I do as well.
I know
it's
the.
not that.
Yeah.
I know the movie. I
I
don't
just
know.
wanted to like fool you guys.
No, I don't know what the movie's about.
Your reaction sold it. You're like, I know it.
I don't know what the movie is about,
I
but I know it's called like Jujutsu Kaisen 0 or something.
Yeah.
So I thought it was gonna be like a prequel type of thing or like something.
It is.
It is,
It is
yeah.
a prequel. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. I thought it might be the
mission.
The mission. Okay. Damn.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's not the mission.
You want to know what I was hoping it was?
The mission or the movie?
The movie.
Hit me with it.
I wanted it to be the very first sorcerer. We
No,
get
we
the
can get to
origin of
that.
sorcerers.
I'd rather be like something related to our
We need
characters.
more current like world building
Yeah.
establishment before we start doing like that.
Exactly.
Stuff.
I need to start to know these characters a bit more.
I don't know.
before
Back
we go
then, when
anywhere.
Sukuna was reigning supreme.
We don't know. We don't know anything about our main character. Dude. Remember how I was complaining at the panda episode? That's what I was like saying. Like I don't know anything about our main character. Where's his family? Why is he an Olympic dude?
Oh yeah.
Like these are things that I have decided to stop worrying about because it's anime. So sometimes it's just like whatever. It's anime. Stop worrying about it, Sam.
But you get those
also it's
answers
like I
eventually.
want to know.
Yeah.
You get those answers eventually.
We don't know anything about his parents.
This feels like a giant prequel to whatever might be coming.
Oh yeah.
Like this whole 24
It's the
episodes
build-up.
feels like this is the prequel to something.
Mhm.
Kind of like how Vinland is like setting up, like people have said, a setup for whatever is what
The
it's going
real
to become,
story,
the real
yeah.
story. That's how I feel about this.
So I think it's time to do our favorite end of show
Yep.
recap.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with our three favorite characters, top three.
Can it
I got
be?
mine.
Can
I
it
got
be
mine.
heroes and villains, or are we
Yeah,
doing
sure.
separate?
No, I got it on mine right now.
Yeah.
I don't have an order though, but it's three
That's
that
fine.
three that I always talk about in my mind or think most of the time with the show, and just my overall enjoyment. And this is hard because there are actually a lot of characters I do like,
Yeah.
despite not a lot of them getting dissected. So, yeah, no particular order. Junpei was the character I felt the most attached to through the entire show, even though he was very briefly on the show.
Bastards.
I just think he was very relatable. Like, even
Yes.
if I didn't necessarily have the same life experiences or type of encounters, I think he's a relatively easy character to connect to, sympathize with, or fear to some degree. And I feel like a lot of people might know him. I love Toto. He's just an idiot. I think the show, there's a lot of memeable qualities about the show, and I think he is like a good embodiment of that.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of stupid. He's fun. I like it. And it's hard because Itadori's also very stupid and fun. And then I like Mojito. I saw there was a comment on Patreon or something saying like he's the fan like most hated character or something.
Oh, wow.
Kind of like grape juice from My Hero. And if that's true, then I'm sorry that I'm not with the fan base. I like Mojito a lot.
It's very interesting.
He's really
What?
I
I like him? Or
no. I get that you like him because he's a good villain.
He's a very good villain.
He's a great villain.
He's honestly just entertaining to me.
I mean, he's the most. He is like
the most interesting of all those villains.
Yeah, out of all those villains, like we saw Jogo for like 2 episodes,
Yeah.
and he's like, man, I don't like Gojo Satoru.
Yeah.
Geto has like just been like Palpatine in the background, not doing much. Mojito is like the one that's like really like poking the strings and like. I mean, he's the one that pushed Itadori. You know what I mean?
And like technically, we almost have like a conception story with him. Like we are growing up with his like birth. He is a new curse to the world. So just like us new viewers, we get to like live it out kind of as newcomers with him. He's trying to figure out the things of the world, figure out how powerful he is, how not powerful he is.
Yeah.
He's also just I don't know. There's something
He's learning.
I like villains that are super like enjoyable or like have fun with themselves about being evil. I say that all the time. I'm a villain sympathizer. I find it fun to watch.
Yeah, you are.
I find it fun to watch villains that just enjoy ruining everything for people. And I think he's just, I don't know, I find him more entertaining than some of the good guy protagonists.
Yeah.
So, and it's hard because once again, I like a lot of characters. So,
Your turn.
Nanami? Yeah.
There are, you know what's funny is you said that there's a lot of characters in the show and a lot we haven't touched on. There are a lot that we have touched on that are really good. Like, I easily could pick like 9 and be like, damn, these are all great characters.
It's fine. I'll stay with my 3.
You're good. Go ahead.
Nanami. I feel like I'm gonna fuck up his name. It's Toto, right? Toto?
Yeah.
Toto. And I'm going with you, Mojito. Mojito.
He's fun.
He's a fucking sick fuck, but he's very interesting.
Yeah. Nice. I think it's crazy that none of y'all have picked any of the main characters.
I want to put Nobara. I want to put
fine,
Fushi and Nobara up there too.
That's fine. You guys, it's all good because I'll pick some of them. Don't worry. I love Itadori like so much. Like
That's so wild to me. I didn't think you would like the Itadori type.
I love Itadori. Well, because he's stupid and he's frustrating.
Is your stereotypical anime protagonist.
But he has a really good heart, and he's like he just like is such a like even like this episode. I mean, he like just puts like how much he cared and fought for Junpei, how much he like felt bad about like killing those guys just because they like seemed human and had like real feelings, and like dude is literally like I mean he's on the chopping block. Like at any point, like the world could decide, all right, you've gone too far to secure his powers, you're done, you're dead, and he could live his life like you think about that. How often do we see in stories about like someone that's given an ultimatum of like, hey, you're gonna die in a year, or hey, this is gonna happen, and they just live like a reckless life and do whatever they want to like please themselves. Meanwhile, like this kid's like giving his life to try and like help and save people. Yeah. So I love Itadori for that. I really like Nanami because I feel like he's like the realest character in the show when it just comes to like I Junpei super relatable, but I feel like Nanami is probably like the most like real life relatable person across the board to everybody, and I actually really like his whole design, like everything
his look
about
is
him
awesome.
is cool.
It's so tough.
Damn, this one's really tough because I want to say Toto. I love Megumi, man.
Oh, okay.
I love Fushi.
All right.
Yeah.
See, I envisioned how I think I place everybody in this show. I think it's like, I think every character so far, even if I haven't necessarily said I love them, have potential. I don't think there's any character that we've been introduced to that doesn't have a potential.
Oh no.
Except maybe the pink guy who there's almost darn near nothing to talk about. So I think there's.
Did he not get killed?
No, he ran away.
He's alive.
Okay.
But I think there's like 8 characters that I put up here or have already been in the potential, and I just have to choose a top 3 from.
Yeah.
And that's like your Nanami, your Fushi, who already have those like epic moments. And then like there's like the Panda and everybody else who aren't bad, but like I'm putting them all down here, like 24 other characters, just in this like bottom tier of they're not bad, but like I need more to like start
Bump 'em
to
up.
make a chart of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Like it's just the have-nots and the haves right now for me.
Yeah, because like in reality, for like just across the board, I mean, all of the characters that are like enjoyable for the show,
So
it's like it's our main 4. You know, Gojo plus his team.
Damn, none of us put Gojo. I feel like that's sinful.
I don't know anything about him.
I know, but like I feel like
That's
that's
so frustrating.
I almost feel like that's sinful because I feel like everybody likes
And he
Gojo.
has such little screen time too.
That's not me saying I don't like him.
Oh, yeah, I
He's-
love him.
He's awesome when
Yeah.
he's on screen, but we've spent more time with these other people and
Right.
I've enjoyed them more. Like Gojo
Yeah.
just shows up and he's like, "Damn, I'm sexy and I have blue eyes."
Yeah.
and blows shit up.
He's kind of like Levi in a sense of like he hasn't done much, but in the time he has done much, but he's only so limited
Yeah.
that he's like a fan favorite that we'll get to eventually.
Yeah, for sure. I know we're gonna get more of him, and he's gonna become our favorites more and
Like-
more. But like
Yeah.
between like the Junpei arc and like the characters we got from that with Nanami, Junpei, Mahito, our main characters, and like Todo and even Hanami too. Really, like I feel like that's like the best of what season 1 had to offer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Episodes.
Yeah, top 3 episodes.
I need to look through.
Okay, so 3 episodes that I like. I don't know them by episode name, but I know them by events. Itadori and Junpei's friendship, relationship, going and hanging out with the mom. I loved the whole like Wilson. I don't know. I liked that episode. I thought it was fun. Helped me like Junpei a bit more. I liked the episode that focused on Nanami, where we crushed through we entered into Mahito's cursed realm.
Domain expansion.
And then also the Maki and Mai episode.
God, that was good.
Where we got to learn about the sisters. I thought that was the best done episode focusing on ensemble characters.
Yeah.
And helped me re-engage with the show that during a moment that I was losing interest in. It helped save me and put me back on the interest for the show.
Yeah.
Okay, well now I have to ask a question because I feel like 2 of mine are in the same episode. Nanami's backstory is the same one when Sukuna slashes Mahito.
Yes.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yep. That's the same episode.
Well, that's one of my episodes with Nanami's backstory and that scene of him getting slashed.
Mm-hmm.
The Jennifer Lawrence episode.
Toto's
Crying.
romance with Itadori episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now I have to think of a third one because I thought those 2 were different ones.
Oh, with girls. Wait, which one did you think were kind
It
No,
was-
I thought
Episode
Nanami's
30.
backstory and the slash were 2 different episodes, but they're actually one
Oh,
episode,
yeah,
so
they
I
were-
have to
they
think
were
of a
together.
third one now.
Okay. I'm surprised you wouldn't choose Black Flash. You were going crazy during that.
It
and
was
Hollow, and
pretty
Hollow
crazy.
Purple.
Yeah.
I think you like flew out of your chair during the Black Flash episode.
It might be
One-
the
one of
Black
those
Flash
ones.
one, yeah. Whichever episode had when Hanami made the tree just completely disappear.
That was Black Flash.
Black Flash? Okay, Black
Yes.
Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in any particular order.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So mine, I mean, pretty similar actually. My favorite ones are. So yours were, I think yours were 11, 13, and 17. Yours were 13, 19, and
Yeah, it sounds about right.
14 or 15 with the Jennifer Lawrence.
I believe it's 15 was the one that you were. Yeah, 15 is the one you're talking about. And then for me, I really like Non-Standard. That was Boogie Woogie and Hollow Purple.
Oh, yeah, Hollow Purple.
That to me, like, that was the wildest episode because it felt like so much happened between like the Boogie Woogie fight plus Hollow Purple. I was like, whoa, this is like mental
Boogie
overload
Woogie
right now.
fight. Is Boogie Woogie the?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
his-
that was
Yeah.
good. That was fun.
Yes. Tomorrow, the whole domain expansion, Nanami's backstory, Sukuna just
That was
becoming
so lit.
God once again and murdering. That was great. Damn. And you know what I'm gonna say? Just because rip to the homie, the episode before that is To You Someday, and that's the one where Junpei dies. So.
Yeah.
Help me.
See, I didn't want to pick that because it's so fucking depressing.
It is, but yeah, no, that was a great moment.
Honorable mention, Infinite Void, just for the visuals.
Yeah.
Just for the visuals.
Mhm. Oh my god!
The visuals of
Fucking
the show
rips
are
off
great.
his head!
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah. That's why I said honorable mention.
Yeah.
You want to
That's-
make it our
that's
honorable
the
mention?
Yeah, that's
honorable
the
mention.
one honorable mention.
That's how we should do it from now
Yep.
on. We all choose our three,
We
and
have
then we have to agree on
We
the
have to
fourth.
agree on the fourth. That's lit. I like that
Yeah,
idea.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough. That so we can have
Confirmed in this episode. That's how we're doing it from now on.
more. And then is there like any favorite moment, like standouts for you specifically? I guess that's in the episode thing. I just don't want to be done. I'm upset that we don't have more Jujutsu Kaisen to watch.
Well, good news is it's not too long until it comes out. I'm pretty sure season 2 is supposed to be like sometime next year, so
Okay.
we're not too far.
Even with the movie coming out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Alright.
sure.
Yeah, same with Vinland.
Don't you
We're-
fucking
we're strolling right into Vinland
Chainsaw
season
Man
2.
us.
Yeah.
Fuck
Forgot
you.
about that.
What you doing, Mappa?
They're working on Attack on Titan. That's what they're
Cock
doing.
teasing us like
That's
that?
what they're doing.
Yeah. Attack on Titan's more
They're
important.
like,
It
let's
is.
just like take a break. We need to work on
Yeah.
the thousands of Titans during the rumbling
Yeah.
right now.
But
That might actually
we
be it.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Overall, happy
gonna
that
say-
I'm happy that we're done. I'm happy to move into the next season. I am excited. It's been a long period, 24 plus weeks, just like My Hero, which is always hard to watch shows, but I think overall it's done a good job like keeping us in. So
I was gonna say, overall thoughts of this whole first season?
yeah, you know, I said a couple weeks ago that I got some time to binge watch a lot of it on rewatch, and you know I liked it a lot more. It's always hard as a reaction channel to have to watch multiple shows, and sometimes you have to put more focus on one than the other. But I think this show held up really well when I rewatched it binge wise, and there was a lot of things I appreciated more on rewatch. So I like the show. I liked it. I'd say like it's definitely a B.
I want to ask you something too, but I want us to do our thoughts as well.
Okay.
I'll be honest, for me, it was a very rough start of this show for me. It was very up and down for me, but this latter half really... I bit the hook. I'm in. I'm all in.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the show. Honestly, throughout, there really wasn't like a moment in the show where I wasn't. That's not true. I'll say the beginning of the exchange event was the only time I was like, oh, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
Like those first 2 episodes where I was like, "What is happening?" But once the fights got underway, I was back into it. I really enjoyed it. I am so excited for the movie.
Yeah.
And then I mean, not to like rank it with.
Oh yeah, we're reacting to the
reacting
movie
to
for
that.
sure. You'll see us.
You'll see us
soon,
reacting to JJK movie.
Oh, is that what you were talking about while I was in there?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
my bad.
But not to rank this against other stuff because some shows we haven't finished. But I mean, like, out of what we have watched on this channel, I mean, like, anime wise, like this is probably like second to Attack on Titan so far.
Yeah.
Not saying that like Vinland can't get there, or like Full Metal once it's all said and done can't get there, even though I've already seen it, so I already have a good opinion about that show anyway. So I'm just saying what's been on the channel so far.
Yeah.
This is probably like anime wise number 2 next to AOT.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Somewhere up in my top 5.
I'm just
of the anime we've seen.
That's the thing. This show is one of those things where it's like there's the potential.
Yeah.
Now go into the characters and start letting me love them a bit more.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking forward to in season 2. I'm optimistic far more than I was earlier.
So I want to ask you. He's the one who's seen the fewest anime out of everybody on this couch.
Right.
If you're on our Discord, my Annie list is up there. I've seen over 100 anime.
Damn.
I don't know how about you, but where does this rank in the anime? All the anime you've seen.
Oh, okay. So, well, I want to end on a more lighter note. I said this was probably one of the hardest things to jump into because Sam is not used to anime. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a whole culture that I have to get acquainted with. And you guys already know I've been a little hung up on things that are just not really important. And I'm trying to make, like, sense of it. But it's, like, worthless. It's like trying to make sense of a thing that's not real. So, that's one of those things. Like, I had trouble on my first watch, and the second watch, I just went in like, don't worry about it. Just enjoy it for what it is. And I liked it more. Well, what do we watch on the show? This is hard, and it's not fair because I don't want people think I don't like it. But Attack on Titan's like...
Not even the shows we've seen on the channel. All the anime you've seen.
Outside the channel, it's only 2 other shows.
Yeah.
It's Sword Art Online and Death Note. So it's hard because Death Note's like almost my favorite thing ever, and Attack on Titan is like also up there with it, and I have to decide at the end of the day where I feel about those two. Sword Art is lower.
Mhm.
This is above Sword Art.
We haven't seen.
Vinland,
we watched Sword Art together. We
Vinland
haven't seen
is,
the whole thing.
Vinland is just above this only because it's more of like what I'm acquainted with story wise and how shows tell its story. That it's easier for me to follow. And then My Hero, like even though season 5 was trash. There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
I've been watching it since 2016, so it's the longest relationship I've had with an anime. So it's still up on the top 3. So this is on the lower scale, but it's not bad, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But it's hard because I only have so many.
Yeah, no. I was just very curious.
Yeah. What about you guys? Considering you've watched so many anime.
Fine, I guess I'll go first.
This is gonna be really hard for me.
It's hard just because, like, watching other anime and knowing, like, it's hard to compare a show that's not finished versus a show that is.
Right.
Very true.
So, like, these are totally wildly different shows, but anime can be wildly different in general. I mean, like, this compared to, like, Full Metal is wildly different.
Mhm.
Yes.
But they're still in the anime realm. So, like, think of, like, Squid Game versus Game of Thrones.
Very
How
different.
do you,
Very different.
Very different shows. How do you compare them? Because also one's not finished. I'll say it's hard because this show's story isn't completely written off of the first season. I'll say visually, this is probably like number 2 best visual that I've seen in anime. And out of what I've watched, I just really enjoyed the art style for the show way more than like.
Is AOT your number 1?
No.
Oh, what?
No.
No, he's talked about. You love Naruto, right?
You love Hunter x Hunter.
I love all those, but
Let's let him say.
art style wise, I feel like this might be blasphemous. I feel like My Hero, full scope between like animation, action, like cinematic moments. Like I feel like that has had like the overall best animation of what I've seen of a complete show. Because some stuff is older, so it's like how do you compare like Naruto 2001 or like One Piece 1995 versus like a show that comes out in 2020.
Yeah.
So I will say like this is just like really all of the action sequence. I mean honestly, we're paused. I'll throw it up on the screen. But the moment when Maki like slams down in the water in that episode,
I've been looking at that too.
I mean like that's like literally the visuals in the show. Some of the visuals in the show are just best I've seen like period.
Yeah.
And stuff. So
the coloration's also really nice.
The
too.
color's awesome.
Saturation too.
And here's what's also unfair, and you may bring up a good point. The only thing I can compare it against truly is Vinland because they're both uncompleted shows. The only reason Vinland has now placed itself above this is because this show has a lot of pieces to have aha moments to look back on and be, because there's been people in our comments being like, oh, this episode's one of the most important episodes, and I'm like, how? Because I'm not with them in the manga, so it could very well be where we get to season 2 and then season 1 we look at completely different, because we know so much more, where Vinland has already started to have moments where we're like looking back and we're like, oh,
that made a lot more sense. That was
so it already enhances the full over experience, where this has established, or it hasn't established fully everything that's happening yet. We still have a lot of pieces scattered, so I don't have those moments yet with this, so it's a little lower because my mind doesn't know what's happening.
I'll fix my answer just to make it a lot more simpler. Because the story's not finished, I'm not going to rank it story-wise compared to other animes. I'll give it the visual and action. To me, New Gen, this is the best visual and action for any anime I've seen that's come out in the past 8 years. Since 2015, let's say that.
I'm with you. Visually, this is probably like top 2 I've ever seen. Story-wise, I can't rank it.
Well, guys, that's where we are. Hopefully you agree or disagree with us, and you're happy at the end of it.
Hopefully you stayed this long, too.
Yeah.
Leave a comment if you did.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Guys, if you like this video, make sure you leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this content, and support you boys, because we love doing this, and we love that you guys are here on the long ride with us. Leave a comment down below once again with what you thought. Check out the Patreon if you want to support us. We got other shows that you can watch in the meantime before this comes out. We will be doing the movie, so stay tuned for that when we get the chance to do it. And for the time being, we are going to, what is it, Yoan Shenkai?
Ryoken Shenkai.
We're just gonna infinite
Punch
voice.
it.
See you guys. Bah!